Hey everyone. Hey replay viewers. So glad you're here watching this. I want to share something that's really actually a time sensitive discussion. If you're watching this on Monday, December 21st, today I want to talk about the winter solstice and this great conjunction of 2020 that's occurring right now. So stick around. I want to share with you some things that I've been aware of, but also some practices that you can tap into to really leverage this time. So there is a huge opportunity right now that as singles, if you're single and you'd like to have something different, if you're single and you'd like to have someone to share your life with, and perhaps even this year you've been more and more aware of that. I'm seeing a lot of singles in the pandemic recognizing how much more important relationship was to them than maybe they thought it was before, because we're just noticing all of our go-to distractions are gone. So if you're here and you know that you would like to create something different in the new year around your relationship status, and please listen to this, and especially if you're listening to it during this great conjunction time where Jupiter and Saturn are coming together to basically make like one planet. So I know for me that I'm feeling massive changes in my world. So things that used to be true for me are not true for me anymore. Things that used to work for me are not working for me anymore. And this really is a time for a great new beginning. This isn't just another kind of new beginning. This is like a massive new beginning, not only individually, but for the world. So being aware of what it is that you've been asking to change and allowing yourself to use this energy right now. I mean, if you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're feeling feeling this new energy, then here's what I want you to know about how to be with it. Because if you are kind of fighting with change, if you're wrestling with, well, no, I don't like change, I'm not good with change, then this may be an even more difficult time. But I'm inviting you to consider, well, what is it that you've been asking for? What is it that you've been wanting to change? And how can this become the answered prayer for you? But here's the key. The key is that it's all about our energy, all about how we begin to be present with ourselves and get into alignment with that. One of the key pillars that I teach in my SuperLOVED system to help single women go from single to committed love is called the love vibe. And if you joined me for the 5 days of love camp recently, mostly what we were aligning with is our love vibe. And right now, this is more important than ever to be able to connect in to those things that truly light us up. So those things that are that inspire us, those things that, you know, we have in our heart that perhaps our mind has been talking us out of for a while. And this is the time, because if you are not willing to start claiming those things right now, moving forward, it's going to get more and more and more painful, because the old ways are not going to work anymore. And I'm guessing that a lot of those old ways, if you've been wanting to be in a relationship and it hasn't happened, that you've already then been practicing something that isn't creating for you anyway. So this is a great wake-up call for actually getting to the bottom of those things that have been living within us that aren't actually true for us. So one of the practices that I do with clients is called regenerating images and memory. And this is a process developed by Dr. Deb Sandella, and it is a really cool way to access those known and unknown, mostly unknown blocks, emotional blocks, energetic blocks, spiritual blocks, relationship blocks that live within our bodies and our beings. And when we have those emotional blocks within us and we're trying to do something else, when it's in our body and our being living in the subconscious, then there is no way we can think our way through that. There's no way we can will ourselves beyond it. There's no way we can talk our way out of it with positive attitudes or anything like that. This is where those core things live. So I am very aware that this conjunction today, it is actually a time where if we can open up to be willing to look at those deeper places, then not only can you more quickly move beyond them, but when you don't acknowledge that, when you continue to kind of deny or avoid those things, then that tends to magnify into even worse in these times. So I would say, what is it that you're wanting to change? Be really honest with yourself, and honest with yourself as to how your life has been unfolding. Are you creating that which is in your heart? Are you seeing what it is that you've been like hoping and wishing would happen? If it's not happening, this is the time to make a change, period. And what I keep seeing with people is that there's a lot of that like fantasy and dreaming and, crossing your fingers and wishing that something will change, but no actual committed choice for action. So right now with this conjunction, there's a lot of things changing. And the other cool thing is it should be even more apparent as to what it is that is not working for you. So if you're extra annoyed that you're single right now and don't want to be, then pay attention to that. Like, let's do something about that. I am offering some sessions next week. So the week after Christmas, the week between Christmas and New Year's, specifically for this, because I know that there's a lot of magic right now that we can use this time. So if you know that you're sick of doing life alone, you're tired of throwing yourself on online dating sites and not getting the results that you want, maybe you're feeling like you're not attracting the people that work for you. Maybe you're feeling like, well, how the hell am I supposed to date in a pandemic? All of the questions that are coming up that actually can steer you away from the actual desire, which is, yes, I would love to share my life with someone. Right now, these personal things are in the field. They're arising. And this is a time with these planets coming together that we can actually leverage that energy in powerful ways. And the reverse is true. Like when we are denying it, when we're ignoring it, when we're avoiding that which we truly desire, and we continue with the old ways of, hoping, wishing, waiting, then that's the pain of that can magnify even more. So what would you love? What would you love? So if you would love to have your person next year at this time where you're sharing the holidays with them, then reach out to me, message me, comment below if you would like to have a conversation about how you can actually transform your love life. And I'd love to talk to you about that when you have a system, a plan that works with those subconscious spaces, because that is where we're held back. That is where those emotional wounds regarding relationship live. And if you have any level of that, any level of a feeling or a fear that it's not safe to open up to love, then what you will continue to see are people who may show up, but they're totally unavailable. People who may show up, but they can't commit, or people aren't showing up. You're not meeting people. You're not in a space to put yourself out there. So be honest with yourself. Like, what is it that you actually truly desire? And if you are actually wanting to do something different, then I would love to meet with you, walk through the SuperLOVED system so you can see how you can go from single to committed love, where you can see the specific tools that work with the subconscious so that you can get to the root of these relationship blocks, get to the root of these emotional limitations. Because I'll tell you, there's a lot of people out there who, can be a cheerleader, can cheer you on and say, oh yeah, this is how you stay positive. But that is not going to change your love life. That will, give you a moment of feeling better. But what is required here, if you really want to up level and have that kind of relationship that is soulful and connected and meaningful and lasting and where you feel seen and understood, that requires clearing that space within you so that you can actually have it. And not only that, you can actually identify it. For most people who are hoping and wishing and waiting, there's no way they would be able to see anything but the same as what has occurred before. And I'm guessing that what I see over and over again are people showing up that are unavailable. Because if we are not willing to make the choice to actually commit to that journey in a completely different way from the way that I would classify as like a new paradigm of love and relationship, where it's conscious, where it's connected, where it's really matching truly the energies that are here now in this new age of the age of Aquarius, where, we are living and learning and connected to the creative consciousness, that it's not just the superficial level of being with people. So if this resonates with you, I know it may not resonate with all of you, but if this resonates with you, I have 5 spots next week, specifically for those women who are ready to go beyond, not just the same old dating strategies, not just like the hustle, the bad dates, the, cheerleader talk. This is about an actual journey to love. And I would love to be on your team to support you in having that. So message me through private messenger or put a yes in the comments and we can connect and set up a time. Looking forward to connecting with you. I can't wait to meet you. Okay, talk to you soon.